Hello everyone, this is Satakshi. Hope you all were doing good in home and safe in home. Here for class 10th I am going to start topic which is related to your computer. So here we are starting computer online tutorials which is going to help you in completing your syllabus. So as per CBSE norm for 10th class the syllabus is same. So the first topic of the syllabus is Introduction to Computer Networking. So here we are going to start with computer networking topic. Chapter 1, Basic Concepts of Computer Network. Here we are going to start with the chapter 1, that is your basic concepts of network. First of all, what is network? Here we have the definition and the applications of computer networks. A computer network is defined as the interconnection of two or more computers. It is done to enable the computers to communicate and share available resources. Basically, if we are talking about the networking, so networking is possible by connecting more than two systems interact together. If two systems were interconnected together, that is example of networking. Networking is basically used for sharing the data, to access the data, and these are the applications of computer network. Sharing of resources such as printers, sharing of expensive softwares and databases, communicating from one computer to another computer, exchange of data and information among users via network. Sharing of informations over geographically wide areas. These are the applications of networks. Basically, these are the examples how and why we use computer networks. Now we have second slide, that is of uses of computer network. Now where we use these network: business applications, online buying, home applications, mail and chatting, mobile users, wireless laptops, PDA and mobile in plane, social issues. These are the networks which is going to be used in different kind of field. Like if we are talking about business applications, so whatever the e-commerce website by which we can buy or sell, that is the example for online app buying applications, and that is under business application. Now the second is your home applications. Home applications, suppose if you want to mail, if you want to chat, then also we require a network connections. Without network we can't do these things. Mobile users, now if you are the mobile user, then the network need is what? Laptops, PDS connectivities, phone connectivities and in plane connections were required. Social issues, as we know the social part. So these are the uses of computer network. Now we have the second slide. In this slide it shows the example of sharing information via networks, how we share the networks, that is a data communication. See, you have two clients in front of this slide. Two clients were there. Two clients you can take as two systems were there, and in between one floppy disk is there. You nowadays floppy disk is not in use. We can take an example of PDAs, your pen drive, or you can take an example of hard disk. If we want to share from one hard disk in multiple system, so if we want to share our data in multiple system, and for that we need network. एक से ज़्यादा सिस्टम में शेयर करने के लिए we required a network. So see, two systems were there and one hard disk is there which is sharing the networks from multiple systems. Or this, now you can see the second diagram. In between three systems were there. In first, that is the two system, and in second, more than two systems were there in which data is sharing through network. In these slides, there are explanation of components of computer. Now we have so many components which is required for computers networks. First is two or more computer. This is mandatory that more than two systems were there, then we can use networking. Second is cable as link between the systems and links between the computers, cable required for this. Third point is a network interfacing card, that is NIC, on each computer. It should be mandate. Fourth is switches should be there. And the last is software called operating system, that is OS. So these are the components which is basically required for computer networking. Basically, when we interlink systems, when we interconnected two systems with each other, that is example of networking. In this slide, network benefits were explained. What are the network benefits? How we can take the benefits of networks? What is the benefits? The network provided to the users can be divided in two categories. It should be divided in two categories, that is the sharing and connectivity. Now what is sharing and what is connectivity? Sharing, as we know, if we want to share data from one system to another, if we want to share the hardware from one system to another, that is a sharing. And the connectivity is what? When we are interconnected each other, when we connect when we can create interlinking in between the system, that is example of connectivity. As in previous slide, we have talked about two categories, that is your sharing and connectivity. First of all, we are going to see what are the resources which is required for sharing resources. For sharing, what are the resources required? Types of resources are hardware and software. We need two things for sharing, that is your hardware and the software. First of all, we can see what are the part comes under hardware. A network allows users to share many hardware devices such as printers, modems, fax machines, CD-ROM, players, etc. Printers, if we can take an example of printers, when we can share the networks as in hardware, so that is what printers. If you want to give printout from multiple system by using one printer, that is possible by sharing network. And if you are giving if the network is not there, if the connectivity is not there, if the systems were not interlinked together, then it is not possible. So these are the uses, these are the resources for sharing networks, and these are the types. Now we are talking about softwares. What are the requirements for software sharing? For sharing software resources, it reduces the cost of software installation, saves space on hard disk. As we people know, if as we people know, suppose in your lab you need softwares for all system. For all system you need to install. If the connectivity is not there, if the networking is not there, what you can do is by installing in different systems individually. But if the connectivity is there, if the networking is there, then it is possible by installation on only one system, that should be centralized, and that will be bifurcated in this all system. Moving to the next slide, we have the topic, that is your other benefits of computer network. Now here in this slide we are going to discuss the benefits, other benefits of computer networking. So one by one, it is, the first is increase the speed, it reduced cost, it improved security, centralized software management, electronic mails, and the flexible access. These points individually deriving themselves only, it increased speed. As how it increasing the speed? Suppose if you are doing installation in multiple system, it takes so many time. But if you are accessing only one system and it automatically install in rest all other, so what it will do, it save your time. As how? Because you have centralized one system and rest other systems were interlinked together, and that is the example. So automatically it can increase the speed also. It reduces the cost, obviously it reducing the cost, just because where you are accessing 9 systems on other hand, on one side, and on other hand you are accessing only one system. So it reduces cost also, because whatever you want to do, you have to just supposed to do only on one system, that centralized system which is connected to rest all, and that centralized system is known as your server. The third is your improved security. It also improves the security point of view also. When there is a networking, so it improves security also. We have to access so many things, so many data in multiple system. Rather than using multiple system, you just have to access only one system that should be connected with rest all. Now the fourth point is centralized software management. As I given the example, centralized software management, that is what we need. Multiple softwares in the labs and institutes and in other way also. By going in multiple system, in individual system, we just have to make a centralized system, that is a server system, and we should have to install all the things whatever required only in that system, and that should be centralized. So this is how we manage the software also, by using this network connection. Now the fourth is electronic mail. Electronic mail, as we are accessing mails, we are sending mails, messages from one system to another, from one place to another, by using your IDs. So here also we need a network by which we can use electronic mail. In short way, we say as emails, by using other websites. Now the flexible access is what? It's very flexible, it's very easy to use, just have to use your, even this all is possible in your mobiles also. So we can go very flexible in any time, even from anywhere we can access. So that's why it is known as flexible access also. Previous slide we have explained the benefits of computer network on other hand, and in this slide we are going to talk about disadvantages of network. Now here we know so many advantages of the network, but here in this slide we are going to discuss disadvantages of network point by point. The first point is high cost of installation. Of course it is very of high cost, because for accessing data, for using internet, we need to use the high cost. For good speed, for good access, we need data packs which is of high cost, and it should be installed also. So that's why it is known as high cost installation, and that is the one disadvantages, you can say a drawback. The second is requires time for administration. Obviously we can say it requires time for administration. Why? Because an admin have to make in servers, an admin have to make a centralized system by connecting multiple clients on on one system, by connecting multiple system from one PC, and that PC should be as using centralized option. So that centralization is what, which is making as a server, which is working as a workstation, and that is done by the administration. For this we need a time. Third is the failure of server. Sometimes it happens, I am talking about server, I just used server term, I just used workstation term. What is that? Server and workstation is that the one system. As you can take an example of our lab. In our lab, one system is centralized, one system is used as a server which is connected to rest all. So that particular system is known as your server, or you can say a workstation, and rest all system is known as your client. So failure of server, sometimes it happens your server get failed. If your server get failed, so the drawback is that what, rest all system is also get fail, also get stop working. stop working in the sense we can say that whatever the work we need to share, whatever the software we need to use, it's not going to be accessed in restore system. Why? Because that is connected to your main server system, and if your main server system is not working, so it's not possible to access in restore system. So this is also a one drawback, or you can say a disadvantages of computer network. The last is what? Cable faults. Here, for accessing your system by one to another by interlinking, you need a cable wire. As you can say, you can take an example of your TV cables, or you can take an example of your DTH in your home. When you are seeing TV in your home, the DTH is connected to your TV. So what is that? That DTH is connected with a wire, and that wire is used for interlinking. The same wire here also we can use, even in previous topic, also in previous classes also you have read about some wires that is known as a coaxial cable. We can say a cables, coaxial cable, axial cable, fiber optic cable. In this chapter also we can read these cables. We are going to study these cables, that what is coaxial cable, what is fiber optic cable, and where it is going to be used. So for interlinking, for connections, we need this wire, and for wiring we need a cable. So sometimes it happens ki it's going to be stopped by cable faults also. Sometimes it happens the cable is not going to be afford that much of data, that much of load on the wire, and it get fail also. So this also happens sometimes. So that is done by the cable faults itself. Moving to the next slide. Here in this slide, it's going to be categorized with classifications area by their geography. So here the slide is of classification of area by their geography. So here it is bifurcated in these stages. Network is the main network. It is going to be bifurcated area wise. That is your PAN, LAN, WAN, MAN, and CAN. PAN we can say as personal area network. LAN, it's your local area network. WAN is your wide area network. MAN is your metropolitan area network. And then we have a CAN. So one by one we are going to talk about these networks by PAN, LAN, WAN, MAN, and CAN. CAN is your campus area network. One by one I am going to explain these networks, but today your session is going to be stopped here itself, and in next class we are going to meet again and going to explain these all networks one by one. So be safe in your home. Stay in your home and keep watching this tutorial, which is going to be benefit and going to be balance your syllabus for your class, for your 10th class.